Okay, so this is the cyclical nature of research approaches, which comes from VO 2006. The reason I'm making this video is just to clear up some issues about the nature of inductive research. And I think this is a really great diagram for explaining this to us. Essentially, we have the difference between inductive research and deductive research. Inductive research tends to be more exploratory. Deductive research is more hypothesis testing. So what this means in practice is that if we begin at point A, as we see here in the inductive research box, we begin at point A with inductive research, we begin with the observation. Then we go to the analysis interpretation stage where we interpret our data. We then move on to the explanation, hypothesis, theory stage. Now, so that's beginning at point A, describes a more inductive form of research. If we begin at point C, however, here we see the deductive process at work. So you begin with the hypothesis or the theory, and then in a quantitative research design, you would set up some research questions to generate data with which you can test that hypothesis. So you set up your hypotheses, your research questions, move to observation, which is your data collection, and then you do the statistical analysis. You can then confirm or refute or refine this theory. Now, in practice, what often happens is when very little is known about a new area of research, we begin at this point A. We perform some inductive research, we go into the field, make some observations, interpret those observations, develop a theory. Very often we then make recommendations for future research. Future researchers then come along, or maybe the same research team again. They start off with this hypothesis or theory. They set up a research study to test the hypothesis, make their observations by collecting data, analyse the data using statistics, confirm or refute the theory. And what we can see is we can go around this cycle many times. You can even go back to a more inductive form of research. You may start with a hypothesis, test the hypothesis with the data you collect, these are your observations, analyse the data using statistics, come up with some explanations. You may then return to a more inductive approach to develop more insights based on these explanations. Anyway, this is the cyclical nature research approaches, and it's very useful for understanding the difference between inductive, which begins with observations, and deductive, which begins with hypotheses. I hope that was a useful little video.